Welcome and good afternoon. I would like to thank the American Red Cross chapter, SC chapter, for partnering again with the Columbia Fire Department during Fire Prevention Week and for their continued support to the citizens of City of Columbia and Richland County as they tirelessly help our communities during what may be the worst moment of their life. You know, oftentimes when we go to fires and we call people have experienced the worst day of their life, and we let them know, say, hey, we got someone that we can call to come out and help you, and we let them know that, hey, the American Red Cross will come out. They just all at the services from the American Red Cross. So we just thank them for what they do for not only helping our citizens in the times of need, but also when we have disasters that we can call upon them and get assistance from them as well. I'd like to introduce Bill Cronin, Executive Director of the American Red Cross Central South Carolina chapter. Bill Cronin is responsible for representing the American Red Cross in the community with a focus on building and expanding relationships and being the face of the Red Cross for the media, donors, and communities. Bill oversees Red Cross external affairs in the Midlands and acts as the chapter chief executive. Bill.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you all for coming this afternoon as we work together to save lives. I think that most everyone thinks of the Red Cross, they think of our blood services and our response to large-scale disasters. But the greatest disaster that most American families will face is not a hurricane or tornado or even a flood, it's a fire. Every 4 hours, the American Red Cross responds to a local disaster here in South Carolina, and most of those are home fires. We work together with our fire departments throughout the state, and including the Columbia Fire Department here in Richland County. And to tell us more about those partnerships, but also to announce an exciting new initiative that the Red Cross is going to kick off nationally this Saturday, I'm going to introduce Tony Reed. Tony's been with the Red Cross for 15 years and has over 2 decades of experience in disaster management. Tony was also recently named our Regional Disaster Officer for the state of South Carolina. So I present to you Tony Reed.
Thanks, Bill. I am very excited to announce that this Saturday, October 11th, we will be kicking off a national campaign in collaboration with our partners at the federal, state, and local level in the fire service and the whole spectrum of partners in the community to reduce the amount of fire-related deaths and injuries by 25% over the next 5 years. We will be doing this in 3 different phases. One of those phases will be in home fire canvassing, where we'll be going door to door with our local fire departments to install smoke alarms and provide fire safety education to the families in high-risk communities. Additionally, we'll be looking at programs to better educate children on fire safety, and lastly, new and improved technology to allow everyone to be better prepared. Unfortunately, history has shown that a lot of families do not have the appropriate fire protection via smoke alarms in their homes. Recently, we did a canvassing here in Irmo, and 52% of the homes visited that day had little to no fire smoke alarm protection in their homes. So again, we'll be kicking this off with over 745 homes being targeted in the state of South Carolina on Saturday, and carrying out this campaign over the next 5 years to reduce the amount of fire-related deaths and injuries. I think we will have a great program, and I hope we have some very excellent outcomes from this and able to save some lives and reduce injuries. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. I think one of the other things that we've learned while working hand in hand with our fire departments is that most families in America have a false sense of security about fire safety. It could be as little as 2 minutes that you have to escape a burning home before it's too late. Most Americans think they have 5, some actually think they have 10 minutes. In addition to that, the ones that actually do have a plan, less than 1 in 5 have actually practiced that plan. So the Red Cross, along with our partners, are asking people to do 2 simple things to save lives, and that's to check those smoke alarms that Tony just mentioned, check them regularly, and also have a plan and practice it. Do a fire drill with your family. It's your family's lives that you'll be saving. We wish that through education that we could actually prevent fires, and sometimes we can, and we'd love to do ourselves out of that job, but the reality is fires do happen. And when a family is displaced by a fire, the American Red Cross is there. The American Red Cross is the only social service organization on the scene of a residential disaster and a fire to offer emergency relief through giving them temporary lodging, financial assistance for food and for clothing, and other needs like prescription drug refills and even grief counseling. Last year, we had over 7,000 individuals that were affected by local disasters here in the state of South Carolina, and almost 2,000 of them were right here in the Midlands. It cost us about $1,275 to be able to provide that relief assistance to the average family of 4. So you can help a family who has been displaced by a fire and may have lost everything by participating in our Fire Hurts Red Cross Helps campaign. Our goal this year is to raise $160,000, and that'll help sponsor 125 local families' relief. You can donate by calling here direct to our chapter at 540-1200 or 1-800-RED-CROSS or online at redcross.org. You can even text Red Cross to 90999 and make a $10 donation. The 91 cents in every dollar goes directly to humanitarian aid. Before I turn it back over to the Chief, I also want to use this occasion to mention one more thing, and that's to tell the Chief and the firefighters in the city of Columbia how excited we are about another area of partnership with the city and the Red Cross. I'm happy to advise that the city of Columbia is including the American Red Cross in their payroll deduction campaign for the first time. This will allow the firefighters, the city employees, to be able to make choices on how they designate their charitable giving and donations. The campaign will coincide with the mayor's blood drive, which will be early 2015, and all the city employees will be able to be involved with something great. So we work with the fire department every day, and I think this gesture by the city and this initiative demonstrates that they value that partnership and the strength of that partnership, and for that we're grateful. And I also want to thank the Chief for his partnership as well as his friendship. So thank you, Chief.
As you heard, 2 initiatives, and the first one with the smoke detectors that goes right along with our fire prevention theme, which is working smoke alarms save lives, test yours monthly. So we just want to encourage everyone to get a working smoke detector, and we appreciate and thank the Red Cross for their initiative to get that word out, and also to get smoke detectors out to protect these homes. As you know, smoke detection is the first thing that's going to alarm you in the event that you have a fire if you got smoke in your home. So we really appreciate that partnership. We're also thankful for the partnership with the city of Columbia and the American Red Cross, so that firefighters and also city employees can have a choice and can donate directly to the Red Cross. So I think those are 2 good initiatives. We always, again, we do appreciate the partnership. Since he's come aboard, it's just been great. It's always been good, but it's even gotten better. We've really stepped it up a bit, so we just appreciate everything.